Well, what's up, world? It's your girl, call me Tati, and I am here to give the life update of what I have been doing here in South Korea. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the little pictures and clips that I have acquired over the months that I have been here. But I really want to focus on everything that I've seen and done in Daejeon. One, because I think that this city doesn't get enough love on YouTube, but also because I think that this is where I chose to live. And I think back to when I first decided to move here and having to kind of explain like why I wasn't gonna be in Seoul, why I was choosing or even settling for Daejeon. But looking back now, I feel like it was a really great decision for me. For one, I live right in the city, so I have so much accessibility to pretty much anything. I rarely have to use transportation because of that, but also because my job is only like an 8 to 10 minute walk from my home, which is amazing. And then if you've seen my apartment tour, you've seen that it's a really great size, and it's really unlike most Korean homes, but especially the homes that a lot of teachers will get when they move here. So all of those things mixed together really make me feel like I have a home, that I'm not just kind of living, like I'm really experiencing and enjoying being here. So with that being said, I really want to share what I've been doing in this city so you can understand why I am loving being here so much. So stay tuned as I talk a little bit about my job, and you can see some of the fun things that I have been able to do in Daejeon. And in the future, I will share other videos of the other places I've been in Korea and other things I've done since moving to this side of the world. So stay tuned and enjoy my life here. All right, so first I want to talk about my job. Overall, I really like it. I already talked about how my commute is easy. My work hours are 1:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., which for someone else that might be atrocious. But for me, that's prime time Tati working hours. So I'm good with that. The students, they honestly are really cute, really kind, and really smart. I teach 10 classes within a week, and they don't have any more than 13 students in one class. So overall, I teach maybe about 90 students, and I'd say maybe 5 of them, like if I found out that they dropped out, your girl would not shed a tear. I'd be like, good luck in the future, okay? So I think that that ratio is honestly really good, because you have to remember, like, these kids, they go to public school in the morning, and then my academy might not even be the first one that they go to, right? These kids go to violin academy, piano academy, dance academy, math academy, science academy, and these kids are over it. Like, some of them just don't care about learning English. They just want to go home, eat, and be kids. So I can't even be mad at the fact that sometimes those kids are just like, teacher, like, I want to go home. Like, they're over it. I can't even be mad at them. So it's fine. It's really just a part of the job. I honestly know that. Overall, my co-teachers or honestly my co-workers, they're all really kind and helpful. And at my school, we already have lesson plans. I don't have to create my lesson, and I prefer that for me. Because I feel like I feel so much more responsibility having to create the lesson plan myself, and I want to watch my students grow. I really want to help them. So I think having already a guide that builds on their skills just allows me to accommodate each lesson to the kids' strengths and weaknesses, and I really prefer that, especially as it being my first time really being a teacher. So that's good. Overall, I'd give the job experience a 9 out of 10. There are some aspects of the management skills and the way they might approach some things that can be a little frustrating sometimes, but I remember that Academy is a business, and they trying to keep their business running. But overall, at the end of the day, I don't go home like, that student makes me want to pull my hair out. That co-teacher, she's just always on my butt, always watching what I'm doing. Like, I don't ever have those feelings when I come home, and that is what lets me know that like this job is good. Because if I woke up every morning and was like, I gotta go teach them daggone kids again, like, I would feel like I'd just be dreading every day, and I don't want to feel that way. That's not what this experience and moving here is about. So I'm really genuinely happy with my decision to work here, and thank you to my academy for being good to me. Yes. Okay, so now to highlight what I think are the 3 main areas of Daejeon. One, I would say, is the City Hall Dunsan-dong area, right, which is around where I live. City Hall, obviously, it's more of like a businessy area. That's where most of like the hagwons and stuff are. And you know, and any corner when you go to Korea, you will find cafes, beauty places, norebangs, restaurants, convenience stores. So any of these places, you will find them no matter what. Okay. But then in like the Dunsan-dong area, which is maybe about 10 minutes from City Hall, that's where all of the clubs and most of the nightlife, I think, happens in Daejeon. Then there's the university area, Chungnam University, and there I think it's more of like a restaurant-ish area, more than I'd say shopping. There's literally like a area where if you like move or turn 360 degrees, you'll just see restaurant, 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 restaurant. You just have to take your pick on which one you feeling for. But it's always good, and you know, I like the university vibe, even though I'm a little older now. I like just that environment, so I like going there sometimes. And then finally, there's the Jungnam-ro area, which is also known as Sky Road, because it has the little overhead area where they display ads or whatever, or sometimes you can see yourself and you could put on a little show. If you feel like doing that. But on the underground, when you get out of the subway, they have like the underground shopping area. Again, many beauty places and many clothes, so you just kind of have to be selfless and just walk in. Is this sun? Buy what you want if you want it. On the street side or street floor, that's where they have like the main areas with main shops, like with Nike and Puma and Adidas and Fila and all the little sportswear. There's a lot of really good shopping opportunities there, and they have good restaurants. I found this Dak-galbi restaurant, which is chicken, and you get like unlimited refills on the chicken and all the side stuff that you put onto the barbecue, and it was only like 10,500 won, which is like really, really cheap. I think it's maybe about $9–10 US dollars. So I really like that place too. But overall, it's a really like fun place to just go. We have like arcades, and as I've said, the norebangs are abundant in South Korea. So if you ever just like want to make a day of it, that would be a really good place to go. So, okay, if there's one thing that I want to say about Koreans, is that they know how to have a good time. They know how to party. And to me, it's not just like, oh, they know how to drink, they drink a lot. No, it's not that. It's literally like they know how to have fun with each other, and I think with strangers too, right? And when they're together, another thing I really like is that they're there in the moment. Like, they're there to experience and share that time. It's not for them to flex and to put on a show like they're having a good time. Very rarely do I ever be in a club and see like them, guess where I am, in the club, having a good time, got my soju bottle up. No, I really don't see that. And it's so refreshing because it just makes you feel like when you're out that everybody's there to have a good time. And I really enjoy that aspect a lot. And if there's one memory that I will never forget, it was, I went to this festival with my friend, and it was called the Yusung Festival. And honestly, all it was just a festival to get people to come to the area, because Yusung is near the university that I mentioned. So there it was, you know, very festival like, you know, tents with people selling things, you know, street food, music, you know, all that kind of thing, right? But then when the sun went down, okay, it turned into party mode. Like, it really turned into party mode. So there's like this stage area, and when we had approached it, we're looking, and you just see like mostly like older people, and then like young kids, and they're just like dancing to what I think was probably like old school like Korean club music. And I'm watching them like, wow, they're just literally just made like an outdoor club right here, just having a good time. And the more I looked, the more the personality, the Tati in me was like, you know you want to go down there and dance, girl, you know you want to. But then the other side of me was like, no, just stay, just watch, like just enjoy what they're doing. But then the other side said, no, we going down there, girl. So I was like, let's go. So we went down onto the floor, and immediately, like, I felt so welcomed. I felt like I belonged on the floor. I didn't feel any like side eye or shade, like, what are you doing here? Like, nothing like that. It was, if anything, they were like cheering me on or cheering us on and trying to get us to join. And then eventually this older man, okay, and when I mean older man, he's a grandpa, Harabochi, okay, he comes like sneaking his way on up, and he's like trying to dance kind of close. He may even been trying to cop a feel maybe, and you know, maybe in me I'm like, I'm trying to be polite, you know, I'm just trying to be like, okay, let's just dance like this, please, you know. But this grandpa, he was harmless, but he definitely had a mission, I think. So I'm like, okay, you know, trying to keep my distance, like looking like this to my friend, and then eventually he kind of tries to scoot on over to her, like he wanted himself some young me, I guess. I don't know. That sounded terrible to say. But it was funny just because it was high-key, like, very awkward, but also low-key was really funny, too. Because it wasn't like we thought anything bad was going to happen. But then after that situation, like, his family had to come and get him and take him to the sideline at some point. This woman, she goes up on the stage. And let me tell you, when she got up on the stage, I thought she was just going to hit a little two-step to the music, right? Offbeat, onbeat, I don't know, okay? But then all of a sudden, her inner Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, just came out, and she just starts rolling them hips and just putting on a whole show. And I was just like, jaw dropped. I could not believe that this woman, like, one, even had it in her, but then had it in her enough to do it on the stage, right? To show that side of her to all these strangers. I was really, really, really surprised, but I was happily surprised. Like, I enjoyed that show so much. Like, she really did her thing. You just need to just go ahead and watch that right now. And then after that, they had like this free concert with, I honestly think they were like a no-name group. But they was doing their thing, and just like the pyrotechnics and the water and the lasers, like, and Koreans, they really love their EDM. They love that build up. In that moment, it was really, really just fun, because even though, you know, we don't know each other, we don't even speak the same language, it still felt like I was at a party with these people. Like, we were all having fun together, and that is what made it such an enjoyable experience for me, and something that I don't think I will ever forget about my time, and that was in Daejeon. So I really have been having such a good time here, and I feel really blessed that this leap of faith that I took has been turning out so well for me, and I look forward to making even more memories, and you should look forward to seeing more of what I have for you. So if you got to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you want, I mean, you can like, you can subscribe, you know, that is totally your prerogative. But I really hope that you enjoyed the video and that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank y'all.